Hello, everybody. Welcome to a whole new show. My guest today is Deirdre McCarthy. Deirdre, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Tara. It's great to be here.
Tell us about yourself.
So I am from Cork, which is probably one of the most important things for me, because Cork think we rule Ireland, to be fair to us. So my work background is I'm actually a social worker. So I went back to college when I was just going into my 30s, actually, because I used to work in Tesco's for a very long time. And I decided to make a big change, and I took the leap and I went to college and I got a degree in social work. And then I worked for TUSA for 5 years. And then I was a foster carer for 2 years. And then I started my own business.
What business did you start?
So the business that I started is called Family Tree, with a three as in the number three. So even though the logo is a tree, as you can see. So what I do is I actually help families who are going through a bit of difficulty, maybe with sometimes when mums and dads break up and things like that. They might look for a bit of help from me, or I might pop in and help maybe if there was a teenager having a bit of difficulty. But I wrote a book as well called it's called It's Not Fair. And that book is for children whose parents are going through a breakup. And it helps them understand the journey, and it looks at how their feelings might be affected by it, and how things can be really difficult, but they turn out okay in the end. So I created that, and this rabbit is called Broad, which is the Irish word for pride, which I think is really nice because it's like the president's
Of
dog.
the illustrations.
Yeah, so that's my little book, and I really enjoy that side of it. So I'm going writing some more books, and I really hope to do well with them. So with Broad, I'm hoping that to introduce what's called a blended family, so like stepbrothers and sisters and things like that. So that will help kids kind of understand them relationships as well. And then one, I suppose, where maybe a pet might die or something like that, which is a sad topic, but it's really, really important. Um, and I know myself because I have two cats and I have a dog, and I know how much people love their pets. And sometimes, people need a little bit of help to get through when things like that happen. So that's what I kind of do in my time, and my job, which is really nice. It's nice working together with people and helping them feel a bit stronger and feel a bit better and understand their lives a bit better.
You could give one piece of advice. What advice would you give?
So the piece of advice that I would give is just go for it. If you think there's something out there, try it, because you lose nothing by trying. You learn from experience, even if things don't work out, you learn from things like that. But if you don't give things a chance, then nothing will ever happen for you. So if I decided not to go to college, then I never would have been a social worker, and then I never would have met the amazing people that I meet. And even with my book, what I had to do was I had no money for it, so I had to decide to write it and get to a Kickstarter to fund it. But it's there now, so it's about just giving it a go. And if it works out, brilliant. If it doesn't work out, you learn why it doesn't work out, and you can do better next time or change things, or learn from it, because the only learning that you won't ever get is if you don't do anything. So I think just go for it would be my thing.
Tell me a bit about your personal life.
So I live in Youghal, down in Cork, as I said, the Rebel County, and I am a parent to an autistic adult called Serena, and Serena is trans and is living in Cork and working through college, which is really, really good. And Serena's 25, and I'm married to my husband, Pat. And as I was saying, we're here in the house with two cats and a dog, and I don't know which ones are busier than the others, but they definitely are better fed than us all and better looked after than most of us. And in my spare time, we go out. We have a camper van. We're very lucky. We have a camper van, so we go traveling around a bit and meeting people in that.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's got loads of beds in it and everything, and it's really fun. And the other thing that I like to do, and I'll show you, is I like to do things like this. So I make miniature things. So I like sitting down and
Oh,
making
it's like
tiny.
Sylvanian families.
It's like Sylvania families, right? So like this is why I love my job, because I'm so into like miniature things and toys. Like I have some Barbies that I love, and I even have My Little Ponies and things from when I was a kid. So I'm a big kid, and I think sometimes you have to be a big kid to work with kids, because it's
Yeah,
about having,
exactly.
yeah, it is. And like, do you know what? Life is too short to be serious all the time, so it's about getting out and having a bit of fun too.
How did you make those?
How do I
Those
make those?
miniatures.
So those miniatures come in a set. They're called Row Life, and they come flat packed, and then you kind of glue all the little bits together and put them together. And there's a light in it, but I didn't do very well with the light. It didn't work. So that's a, but doesn't matter if it doesn't work. And then you kind of stick them all together, but you end up gluing your fingers together so much, because you have to use super glue. But you know, that's part of the fun as well, is that you end up with sticky fingers for days, and you're trying
Oh,
to,
I see. Okay.
yeah. So they all build together. They're kind of like a jigsaw in a way, to put together. But there's lots of different ones. I have another one, and it looks like a little office, and I totally made it different to what it was meant to be, and had a bit of fun with it. So I made it like, instead of the books all being on the shelf, like books falling off the table and everything, to make it a bit fun. So that's the type of thing I like to.
Anything you're working on at the moment?
So I'm working on the next book. So myself and my illustrator are working on that. My illustrator is called Bex, and Bex has written some fantastic books. She wrote this book, and she had it here. She wrote this book, Go to Sleep Oglet, which, so her style is really
Pew! Pew!
gorgeous, isn't it? And she wrote this one, which is her newest one, which is called Wild Eyes. So they're her books, but what we're doing now is we're going working on the next one for Broad, which is about when Broad gets like a stepmom and step siblings. And we're also looking at maybe working on a book for adults about maybe how to work through anxiety and hard times, and how, and by writing an adult book, but having some illustrations in it, which you don't see much. Don't see many adult books with illustrations in them.
Think you would like to add before we go?
No, I'm just delighted to have you, invite me on. And I think we've our pink background and my pink top. I think
Yeah.
we're matching and everything. And have you any more questions for me? Are you happy?
Subscribe today for a whole new week, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks, Deirdre.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
Thank
Sarah.
you.